There we go. There we go. Welcome everyone to Rank Talks Bowl for yet another watch along. And what a special one this is. Boca Juniors against Benfica in the Club World Cup. Huge occasion. Obviously, the first time that the Club World Cup, has this expanded format, 32 teams from all over the world, once every 4 years. And, well, Liverpool didn't make it, but my childhood club, my local club here in Argentina, Boca Juniors, did manage to qualify through the coefficients because we didn't manage to win any of the last 4 Copa Libertadores, to my huge disappointment, obviously. But we're still here. We're sitting in a very tough group, and from the get-go, the very first game against one of Europe's most condecorated teams, in my opinion, the biggest club in Portugal as well. It's going to be a huge test, and we're going to have to see how the players respond. I don't know what's going on with my hair. We'll figure that out as the stream goes. But for now, I'm just so tense, because if you watched the video that I made, the preview I've done for Boca Juniors here at the Club World Cup, you know that I don't have huge expectations for the team, that I'm very worried of what's going to happen in multiple areas for our team, offensively, defensively, in the midfield, coaching-wise, mentality-wise, just about everything. Could use some improvement here for Boca. It's been a while since we've been that team that managed to beat Real Madrid in 2000, that managed to beat AC Milan in 2003 for the Intercontinental Cup, the predecessor to the Club World Cup. A lot has happened since then, and it hasn't been exactly good for Boca. But we're here. Now it's 11v11, it's 90 minutes, and anything can happen, and I'm just hoping that the players can show up for an occasion just like this, because the Boca fans showed up in mass in Miami, and they're ready. They're always supporting. The Boca fans are the best part of this club, and the players have to show up for them, for us, basically. So shout out to everyone who's saying hello in the chat. Neon Light 2-1 Benfica, vamos. Well, I'm hoping that doesn't happen, although it wouldn't be like the worst of results. We need to get something out of this game, realistically, because we know what the next game is, so we need something. Brandon, thank you so much for joining. Brazilian Fury, Mr. Crab as well. Today I feel non-European, for sure. We saw, obviously, Palmeiras debut against Porto, and yesterday, in my opinion, disappointing result for Palmeiras, because they were the better team, and I think that CONMEBOL's best should be doing better against, I wouldn't say not even a top 30 side in Europe at the moment, but if the objective for Palmeiras is to qualify out of the group, it's still a good result, and you can still go ahead of Porto, depending on how that goal difference plays out or how the other results play out, obviously. Let's go Boca, yep. Vamos Boca hoy. Favorite Tesh Boca players? Mine's Riquelme. Yeah, I mean, Riquelme is the best... the biggest idol in Boca Juniors history, like our most important player by far, even surpassing the likes of Diego Maradona, just based on what Riquelme has done for the club itself as a player. Because right now, as club president, leaving a lot to be desired, honestly. Did you see Bayern Munich destroyed Auckland City? How did they get into this tournament? Well, Auckland City got here because someone from Oceania had to qualify. Even then, I feel like they could have tried to send a professional team at least a team that plays full-time. I don't care what Auckland City has won. If they are not a full-time football team, I don't think they should be here. They're here, they're in Boca's group, and Bayern Munich absolutely destroyed them. Bayern, who is Boca Juniors' next game, which is why picking up any result is super important in this game. Because if we lose this game, we're playing an elimination game against Bayern, and we have to get a result in that game instead. And that's gonna be super tough, so we need something out of this game. Even a draw. 4 points, if we then beat Auckland City, it's doable to make it out of the group. But if we get nothing in this game, which is honestly what I'm expecting, sadly, it's going to be very difficult. Uses the word test for technique, I know. I'm aware. He uses a lot of works word technique. Tesh, Lala, Lassie. I don't know what other words he uses, but he uses just about everything. Hello to Patrick as well. On the right side, yeah, we sure have a chance against Auckland City, that's for sure. We can end the tournament on a high note, but there's also a very good chance that that is a dead rubber game by the end if we lose both of our first games. Spoiler 0-0. I could use a 0-0 draw, Musa, honestly. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. Thank you to Doodle as well. Imagine Di Maria last minute celebration in front of the Boca fans. I would be pissed. It would be pissed. One of the rare occasions where I'm actually rooting against Angel Di Maria. Obviously, I'm going to see more of him soon. Boca are going to have to play against Di Maria more often now that he's joining Rosario Central, his boyhood club here in Argentina after this tournament. So I'm going to see Boca against Di Maria some more in the league now. Yeah, great app to watch the game. Jeffrey Lopez, thank you so much for joining. Vamos Boca! Our finishing was terrible. It should have been 2-0. Yeah, exactly. Michael, thank you so much for joining. Jasmine Day, yep. It is the day for Boca. It's crazy because it's the first game, but it's already do or die because we're not getting anything against Bayern. I know that. I know we're getting nothing against Bayern, so if we don't get any result here, it's already over. And that scares me a lot. That scares me a lot, honestly. They should have putting 20 past fruit sellers. Well, even scoring 20 is always difficult in a game. Like, you don't even have that much time. Yeah, Harry Kane, not even a goal contribution. Not even a goal contribution. You can leave Tottenham, but Tottenham doesn't leave you. Any favorite players who the streets will remember? In that regard, a player that I always mention is Javier Pastore. I loved him a lot for the Argentina national team. He was part of the process for the 2010 World Cup. I loved him at Huracan here in the local league, and I loved him at PSG later on in his career. Pastore is one of the players that I would say, especially from the Argentinians, that is quite underrated, and I think it's one of those streets won't forget type of players. At least the lineup for Boca is decent, yes, and El Patrón Bermúdez, that's another name, especially for Boca. Grupo Viesa is a name that the streets won't get for Boca as well, on top of El Patrón, who is now part of the board. Now that Mike has mentioned the lineups, we should probably go ahead and look at the lineups. So right now, you can see nothing. Now you can see me. That is not my objective, to promote my own stream, because you're already watching it. Here are the lineups. So, the lineup for Boca Juniors, coached by Miguel Angel Russo. We rehired Russo for his third stint at the club, something that I explained in my video preview for Boca. He's coached us in 2007. He won the Copa Libertadores, coached us at that year's Club World Cup. We lost the final to AC Milan, coached by Carlo Ancelotti back then. So it was the last time that we were at the Club World Cup. Russo was also our manager, which is quite funny. 4-2-3-1. A few changes compared to what I said in my video. Marchesini is still in goal. Blanco is still the left back, and it's going to be very important the type of crosses that he can put in. His output is going to be very, very needed, and especially because he's going to have to be the man that marks Di Maria on that flank. The two center backs, Ayrton Costa and Figal. Now, Ayrton Costa just got here. He got here like 2 days ago after his visa got approved. Figal hasn't played a single minute this year for Boca, and that makes me very worried. He tore his ACL. He's now coming back from injury. Apparently, like, he's in good form. Last time I saw him, he was scoring own goals for fun, so I don't really trust the guy. Ayrton Costa, I think he gives me a lot more safety than Marcos Rojo, and I'm happy to see that Costa is taken in such consideration that even arriving late to the concentration, he still starts ahead of Rojo, who should be one of our captains. So I'm glad to see Ayrton Costa instead of Rojo. And Advíncula, who I said had a knock playing for Peru, is going to start anyway. So I'm glad to see that, because I think that even though Advíncula is hit or miss in his performances and can be a bit of a hot and cold player, I like him a lot more than Blondel, just in the sense of what he can provide to the team. Double pivot. Rodrigo Bataglia, I'm happy to see that, because even though I said that I like to see Rodrigo Bataglia in the center back position, I actually like him more as a DM. And Ander Herrera. Ander Herrera, one of the players that you might probably know. Obviously, Spanish, played in Man United, played in Athletic Club. Very talented player. hasn't gotten a lot of minutes for Boca because he's been injured so many games. We'll have to see in what form he's in, but if he's on the top of his game, so far what I've seen from him, I really liked. He may not have the pace, but maybe Bataglia can compensate for that. And his technical ability is just on a lower level, at least compared to the Argentine game. Carlos Palacios, great creative output from the Chilean player coming from Colo-Colo. But he has to deliver. He's also a bit of a hot and cold player. Kevin Zenon playing on the right. Not my preferred position for him, but at least I just hope that he is taking in that position and that he's not shifting back and forth between the entirety of the pitch, because I feel like once he's tired is where our game really goes down and we don't see the best of him, because he's actually really talented. Alan Velasco starting, which is shocking. I would have preferred to see Alan Velasco making an impact off the bench, but Russo is giving him that confidence. He has to show up because he hasn't shown up for Boca ever since we bought him at the start of the year for $10 million. One of our most expensive transfers ever, and he hasn't delivered. Up front, Miguel Merentiel, who is probably our most informed and best striker, even ahead of the likes of Cavani, who is carrying a knock and obviously isn't playing this game. Over to Benfica, because I stand a lot on the Boca side, obviously. Rubin in goal, Silva, Otamendi, and Carreras as the back three. The two wing backs, Indal and Aursnes. A midfield with Renato Sanchez and Luis. Di Maria on the right, Bruma on the left, Pavlidis as the striker. Obviously, I think that the defense for Benfica, top class, with Otamendi, Rubin in goal, Silva is quite decent. Renato Sanchez in the midfield is going to be something that we have to get through. Especially, it's going to be interesting, that battle with Bataglia, with Palacios, with Alan Velasco if he's on that side. I feel like the problem is that if they're going to be defending with 5, it's going to be very hard for our wingers to create anything. I feel like our wingers should maybe go towards the insides, which I think benefits Zenon a lot, since he's a left-footed player on the right. He can cut inside and actually create some disruption on the Benfica lines. And then obviously we have to be very scared of Di Maria on that right-hand side against Sebastián Blanco. Bruma against Advíncula. We're going to have to see how that plays out. And then Pavlidis. We have to find a way to shut down Pavlidis, because I don't trust Figal. Marchesín has been a very good goalie so far. But everyone has to play to a top level, and I have many doubts. I have many doubts about the entirety of the squad. But the starting 11 looks fine, looks good. Dare I say, looks good. It's a few changes here and there. It's sort of what I would have gone for, so I'm happy with that. Now they have to deliver. Now it's up to the players. And that's what really scares me. My camera freezes every time I shift from one view to another. Now the players have to deliver, and that really scares me, because they like to disappoint. As I was reading on the FIFA Club podcast, Boca is a team that when the pressure is on, when it's a big occasion and things seem to be going well, we are so quick to hit the self-destruct button. And I don't want that to happen in front when the world is watching, basically, in front of everyone. I don't want us to self-destruct in front of everyone. If we have to lose, give some fight, give a proper fight. Don't lose because of silly mistakes on our end. Lose because the opponent was better or something. I don't want to see us self-destruct. That's my main worry here. So let's catch up with some of the comments. Yeah, Boca fans turning in Hard Rock into La Bombonera Americana is crazy. It's what we do. It's what we do. We are everywhere. The biggest mob movement in the entire world. Vamos Advíncula, Albert. Vamos Advíncula. Peruvian represents. Thank you so much for joining, by the way. Yeah, Otamendi still plays, and still plays to a top level, dare I say. Although it's very likely that he ends up coming back to the Argentinian league sooner than later. Yeah, he probably would have left Europe after Qatar, but honestly, he's been one of Benfica's best players, especially in the defense. Otamendi got booed when he came out. Well, he also has a past in... not a past in... He has some sort of a past in River Plate, so kind of makes sense as well. Renato Sanchez, what happened to that guy? Yeah, Otamendi is a real fan. Hello to Matt. Thank you so much for joining. Who's your favorite player right now from Boca? Who's even my favorite player at Boca? I would say Merentiel probably. I think Merentiel, who is wearing the captain armband as well. He's just this type of striker that represents everyone. He runs so much, he covers so much space, he's always pressing, and he scores a lot of goals for all the work that he puts up. Advíncula is one of my favorites. Zenon is one of my favorites. Palacios, when Palacios is good, I love him. When Palacios is bad, gosh, it's so frustrating to watch. And Ander Herrera, what I've seen so far from him, I really like, but the problem is that I've seen so little from him that it's hard to tell. The atmosphere is surprisingly good. Well, we show up in numbers, especially in Miami. There's a lot of Argentine diaspora over there. Love the latest vid. Thank you so much for that. Everyone, if you haven't checked out both my Club World Cup predictions and my preview on Boca, you're a bit late on that, but you can still check them out after this stream, obviously. Yeah, Corinthians, the last team from South America to win it in 2012 after they beat Boca in the Copa Libertadores final, to my dismay. My 9-year-old self still suffering from that. Can anyone outside of Europe win it? With the expanded format, it's looking even more unlikely because before that, it was a one-off game. In a one-off game, it would have been more likely, but now there are 12 European teams that we have to get past, and it's very, very difficult. Yeah, the Palmeiras fans also took over Times Square. They took over the MetLife Stadium. It was incredible. Thank you to Musa for joining the Ballers. Remember that if you hit the join button below, you will get to learn how to become a member of the channel. That gives you a lot of benefits. You get to use emojis in the chat and in the YouTube comments. You get early access to all of my videos, and you get to vote on monthly polls to choose the topic of the next video. So thank you so much to Musa for joining the Ballers. Yeah, it was insane. Insane, the atmosphere over there. Anyway, a lot of rambling, but the game is actually about to start and my nerves are spiking. My nerves are spiking. Need to a sip. Now it's up to the players. We've done everything we could. We've shown out in numbers. Russo, I think, got his formation somewhat right. It's a very tough game. It's a very tough opponent. It's up to the players. Remember, no spoilers in the chat. If I haven't reacted to something, don't mention it in the chat. As we're on their way, Boca are playing in the Club World Cup at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. It's against Benfica, against a top side from Europe. And Boca Juniors are playing in front of the world stage. I'm so happy every time I saw like the promos and Boca was mentioned. Seeing Europeans finally talk about Boca again. It had been so long since the eyes of the world were on us, and everyone still acknowledges how massive of a club we are and still rates us, even though because they don't know how terrible we actually are. I saw many people picking us to advance from this group alongside Bayern ahead of Benfica. That's already a foul, ref. No fouls as a ref. And Benfica recovered the ball. No, it's just water. It's just water, Jeffrey. It's not mate. We'll have to see, Mr. Krabs. We'll have to see if a non-European nation can win it, but I think it's very unlikely, especially with the expanded format. Albert predicts 2-1 for Boca. Everyone, leave your predictions down below. I'm sticking to my prediction from my Boca preview. 2-0 for Benfica, sadly. But let's see if the players can actually prove me wrong. We have to try to score ASAP. I don't know about that. Because I feel like if we score too quickly, we're going to bunker down. And probably we're going to lose track of the game. But that could also play in our favor, because maybe we can control the game with the lead. And Benfica would be desperate to get an equalizer. Maybe we can play with their desperation. But I don't know if it's mandatory for us to get a quick goal. Any goal would do. If it's in the first few minutes or if it's a last-minute winner, any goal will do for me. American Steve is at the game. Well, I hope he's on... Oh, no, Steve is obviously supporting Benfica. What am I even thinking? Well, fair play. What can I say? Hope he enjoys it. Di Maria playing on the outskirts of the area, of the box. We're not able to clear it away. That's a nice dribble from the Benfica player. There's a shot that takes a deflection and it's going to be a corner for Benfica already. Advíncula able to clear that away. Did also pay Infantino some cash to be here. Why are they here? Basically because nations cannot have more than 2 teams at the Club World Cup, and that restricted who could actually qualify from Europe to a lot. Barcelona are not here, Liverpool are not here, a lot of huge clubs are not here, and instead we got Salzburg, because you cannot, all teams are, yeah, all nations are restricted to 2 teams per nation. Tonight I feel Boca. They played in they paid in Bratwurst. 1-2 the squad. Let's see. Cross cleared away by Ander Herrera. The ball is still at the feet of Benfica. Down the left. Di Maria dribbles past a few players. Gets taken down, but no foul, says the ref, and this could be a counter-attack for Boca, but that's a poor pass for Merentiel. And so Benfica are still on the ball. Di Maria is still down on the floor. The ref is asking him to get it up because no foul was given. 1-2 to the scum. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. 2-0 Benfica as well, or maybe 2-1. Yeah, I do think that. It's not even that Benfica are too strong. They are, but it's not even that. It's that it's so hard for me to see us do anything after we've disappointed in our own league and in the Libertadores as well. It just feels so bad. The effing autocorrect, obviously. Al Nassr is a bit of a stretch, but yeah, you could include them, I suppose. Let's see, Bruma against Blanco. The ball doesn't exit, and so Blanco is horrible pass from Blanco. We're not able to get a hold of the ball right now. Like, Benfica are just all over us. Every time we try to clear the way or just make some sort of counter-attack happen, we misplace a pass and Benfica are right at it again. Blanco, nice defending from Blanco against Di Maria, and let's see this long pass for Merentiel. Yeah, Rubin is always getting to that first and is able to clear it away. Let's see, Pavlidis is going after it. He's on the right side, battling against Figal. Pavlidis plays to the back and Benfica are attacking once again, this time on the right. It's going to be very difficult if the entire game is going to be like this. We need to get a hold of the ball at some point. I'm not saying that we need to have most of the possession, but at least something. That is a very good... Ooh. Renato Sanchez almost scores already, 5 minutes in. Dear Lord, what a missed opportunity for Benfica. That had been a great layover for Renato Sanchez. He appeared all alone inside the box. But yeah, his shot was poor, ended up going too wide. It's a goal kick for Boca, but that's already a clear opportunity for Benfica. We need to see more from us. Surprised Al Nassr isn't here. If Messi is in the Club World Cup, you would think FIFA would want Ronaldo in it. I'm sure they would have loved it if Ronaldo was in it, but like sporting-wise, they couldn't even begin to justify Al Nassr being there. Like, they really stretched it to make Inter Miami qualify ahead of the MLS winners. Like, they were really trying their hardest to justify why Inter Miami is here instead of like Columbus Crew or someone else. But with Al Nassr, they could even begin to justify it, as we see the 2 club presidents, including Juan Román Riquelme, next to the FIFA president Gianni Infantino. Paul prick. 4 out of your 15 Budweisers are gone already. Yes, Bayern and Dortmund are from the same country, but there is 2 max. 2 max, yeah. So like, for example, Leverkusen isn't here. But Bayern and Dortmund can be here. In fact, we have 2 teams from Argentina, Boca and River. For some reason, we have 4 Brazilians in Palmeiras. well, not for some reason, because they won all of the Libertadores, obviously. Palmeiras, Botafogo, Fluminense, and Flamengo. I'm yapping. Like, obviously, Brazil has 4 spots, but because they won all of the Libertadores. That's it. It's not the first time these clubs are playing against each other. It's the first official game. We played 5 friendlies against Benfica in the past, and I think the record is actually positive for Boca in those 5 friendlies, but this is the first official match between the 2 teams. Let's see. Throwing for Boca. We've actually, ever since I was yapping and reading the comments, we're somewhat recovered the ball and are actually playing fuchibol. Not playing fuchibol, I'm exaggerating, but we're actually using the ball as the Boca fans keep on going crazy in the stands, pushing the team forward. That is a good throwing, gets cleared away. Let's see what we can do here. No. See, when Palacios does stuff like that, losing the ball for absolutely no reason when he just is getting pressed like a normal press, Benfica do throw the ball away and it's going to be a throw-in for us. But when Palacios loses the ball in situations like that, it just frustrates the hell out of me. But Alan Velasco was looking lost on the left-hand side as well. It's a shame Romero and Cavani aren't playing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Romero should never be in goal for Boca ever again. Marchesín clears him by a country mile. And what Romero did after the Super Clásico in 2024 is just unforgivable. No corner, but says it's a foul from Zenon. And so it's a defensive free kick for Benfica. That's crazy. And Cavani, not only because of his form, but because he has a knock, shouldn't be starting. It should be Merentiel. This is too many teams. 16 should be enough. Perhaps, but yeah. I'm guessing, Mats, you're really ahead because only now I'm seeing Romero and Cavani outside of the bench right there. Do you think an Argentinian club will win the Libertadores in the future? I think that Racing has a really good shout in this current Libertadores. Besides that, River Plate are always there, to my disappointment. Boca, if we improve, we are not that far away from the Brazilian teams. I really think we are not that far away from the Brazilian teams. But we need to improve ourselves. Marchesín is quite the experienced goalkeeper, yes. So just remember, if you're ahead of me, no spoilers in the chat. If you see something happen in the game, don't type it down in the comments until I react to it. The whole point of the watch along is that I react to the game for you. And so if you ruin my reaction by typing what happened in the comments before I see it, it kind of ruins the whole point of the reaction. Oh, that is a good through ball, but Figal gets to there first and is able to clear it away. The ball is still in play, but we're not going to get to it, and Benfica recover the possession. We're doing a fine job pressing, and we recover the ball. That was a great pass for Merentiel, but gets intercepted at the perfect moment by Otamendi. Here's Di Maria, marked by 2 players. We're really man-marking Di Maria at the moment. Di Maria has spent more time on the floor than actually playing because of how heavily we're marking him. Anyone watching the Gold Cup? Hell nah. Hell nah. Yeah, that was very much a foul on Di Maria. I don't know what the ref is smoking. Oh, the ref did give the foul. Okay, he's not smoking anything. Costa Rica almost drew against Suriname. They were almost lost to Suriname. That was a crazy late comeback. I think I went to bed when Suriname was still up on the score, and I wake up and Costa Rica had won 4-3, and I'm like, what even happened here? It was obviously a Maxwell jinx. Yeah, USA finally won a game. That's the thing, but the USA's level is the Gold Cup, not the Copa America, and let's not even get started at the World Cup. The level of the USMNT, it's the Gold Cup. They come short in against anyone who is remotely better. Yeah, the Gold Cup is a bit of a Mickey Mouse trophy, sadly. 3 Gold Cups, 1 UEFA Nations League. I don't want to disrespect a continental competition like that compared to a friendly tournament, but like low-key. At least in the level of opposition that you gotta face, you cannot argue that it takes more to win the Nations League in UEFA. Saudi Arabia is in the Gold Cup for some reason. We all know what the reason is, but it's for some reason. Good from Velasco right there. He fires at just over the crossbar from Alan Velasco. Nice attempt. We need to see more of that. They had fouled Velasco, but he managed to stay on the ball. He tried to go for goal just over the crossbar. Decent attempt. Marchesín was part of the Porto team that knocked Juventus out of the Champions League. Yeah, and back when Juventus was like a big thing. It's not like now where Juventus is going down to who did they lose? To PSV. Juventus lost this season of the Champions League. If we're being fair, he says. Musa, I'm guessing you know that Albert is a Ronaldo fan, so you know where this argument is coming from. Trinidad and Tobago are just like, yeah, the boogie team of the USA. Well, nowadays it's Panama, but it used to be Trinidad. If the USA weren't hosting the World Cup, I think we might not qualify for the World Cup. There's an argument to be made, although I think that if you actually had to go through qualifiers, the players would take these matches more seriously. Yeah, that Porto defeat was the end of it, for sure. So this is going to be a free kick for Benfica and from a dangerous position. And I don't like this one bit because something that I didn't touch on and off in my preview was just how badly Boca defend set pieces. And so any corner and any free kick like this coming from an angle terrifies me because we're so bad at defending set pieces. The delivery is going to come from Di Maria. Let's see. Cleared away by Battaglia. But now Benfica are attacking down the right. Shifting it over to the middle. Renato Sanchez dribbles past. He's going to put in a through ball pass, but it's going to clear the way by Advíncula. The ball still lands at Di Maria. Di Maria tries to get past Advíncula. Cross by Di Maria. The ball is still inside the box. Cleared away. If we're going to be defending like this, it's going to be a long game. Yeah, Christian Pulisic chose to skip the Gold Cup and is not even taking accountability for it. Like, he's just saying, no, I needed a break. But he doesn't even try to understand the fans' perspective on it. Benfica need to sack Bruno Lage. What is this football? What do you mean, what is this football? Have you seen how Boca has been playing so far? I'm not saying that Benfica are a good team to watch, but Jesus Christ, we are god-awful. Liverpool might not be in the competition, but at least you have Boca. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for joining SSB, by the way. And I'm more than happy that Boca is here, but Jesus Christ, we're bad. Watching Boca was already painful, but against a team that has some pace and some intensity and actually know how to pass the ball decently well, so difficult. He's a LeBron James type player though, so he gets a pass. Well, if you think so, most USMNT fans that I've encountered don't think he deserves a pass. As the captain of the team, that is. You need to be a leader. You need to show through your actions, not only your words or your football. I'm not sure if the rest of the world will ever close the gap on Europe, no matter how much PR Saudi Arabia tries spreading. The difference in money is just too much. Like you see now, for example, for River Plate, Mastantuono, 17-year-old super talent, a gem, already sold to Real Madrid. Like, how are you supposed to compete against that? They pay the $45 million release clause, and he's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. And like, how are we supposed to compete if we cannot keep our best players barely past their adulthood? It's impossible to compete like that. Europe ends up having the best from their countries and the best from our countries as well. And it's just impossible to compete against that type of PR and that type of budget. Someone in FIFA organization team needs to get fired, whose idea was it to put Chelsea and Los Angeles in Atlanta, not in LA, and during work hours on a Monday. It is what it is. The schedule had already been decided, and the idea was that Leon played there. Leon ended up getting banned because FIFA are kind of incompetent and didn't do so earlier on, didn't realize earlier on that Pachuca and Leon were owned by the same guy. And yeah, it is what it is. It was a bit too late to change it, I suppose, but yeah, it's disappointing. Oh, Benfica hit the post. Renato Sanchez with the shot from outside the box takes a deflection. Benfica hit the post. Oh my gosh. Offside, says the linesman now. Boca barely escaped right there. I don't even know if that's offside. If it was a goal, there's a chance that it would have been disallowed for that offside, but oh my gosh, it had been a classy finish. Ends up being, yeah, just Marchesini is down on the floor now. Oh, Thursday I will be teaching a work night out to watch for my watch along Inter versus Porto. Fair enough, fair enough. Have you seen Mastantuono? Is he as good as Valentin Carbone? I would say he's better than Carboni. I haven't seen much of Carboni, sadly, but I really like Carboni. I would say Mastantuono is even better than Carboni. But Mastantuono is still 17. He needs some development, and he needs the talk to not to get to his head. He needs the price tag not to get to his head. Xabi Alonso needs to manage him well at Real Madrid, and he can actually develop into a super talent. I guess the food chain will always remain as how it is. Ever since the 90s, ever since they changed the regulations in UEFA on contracts, yeah, it's just like that. I'm immune to football propaganda. Saudi Arabia has a top league that will lead the sport. Infantino, can my check, please? Defenders should not be ball watching like that, yeah. But that's what our defenders like to do. Figal especially, he loves to ball watch. Lots of players from European clubs look uncomfortable, like tired. It's been a long season, yeah. I have to get a drink and Boca's. Mr. Krabs, are you for real right now? Ander Herrera is already subbed off. What did I tell you about his fitness? Why is Ander Herrera starting if he cannot even play 20 minutes? Toto Belmonte is already on. Hold on, don't you tell me. Let's see, Marchesin with the long throw. Let's see if we can win this ball on the air. Nice from Blanco to gain that. Carboni tore his ACL, yeah. Looking forward to seeing him play for us at the Club World Cup. Hope he can deliver, yeah. Just a reminder that I'm going to be attending the Club World Cup between Juventus and Wydad on Sunday in Philadelphia. Good luck in that. Hope you can have fun. Do you get a Boca shirt with that 120 years logo? Thank you so much for joining Regista, by the way. But I don't know. I mean, in the Adidas store, I think it was quite expensive. Let's see, Lautaro Blanco on the left. That's a nice nutmeg to get inside the box. ¡Gol! ¡Merentiel! ¡Gol! ¡Carajo! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Vamos, la puta madre! ¡Gol! There it is. There it is. Get the hope you mean. Get the hope you mean. And Mr. Krabs, you are getting 30 minutes timeout for that. ¡Vamos! What a nice play from Blanco. Oh my god, I said it would be so important what his output could be. I don't want anyone to compare Cavani with Merentiel. Anyone. Bielsa, Merentiel needs to be called up for Uruguay. Cavani is washed. He's been for a long time. Everything's onside. Blanco is onside. And what a nice play. The nutmeg drives inside the box, gets the perfect cross, and Merentiel just anticipating the Benfica defense to score past Rubin. We're up. We're up, baby. Lobby, thank you so much for joining. Yes, I'm probably super behind. And I did tell Mr. Krabs not to spoil. I'm telling everyone, in case you cannot read, I don't know if you were taught how to read in school, but up here it says no spoilers in the chat because I know that I'm probably super behind. I know I'm behind. That's why I have this sign up here. If something happens in the game, don't say it in the chat, for crying out loud. Wait for my reaction. Dear Lord, I know I'm behind. I know I'm most likely behind. Yes, I know I'm behind. I know I'm behind. Please don't spoil. So the hoping is now in my veins. Holy fuck. First time I've celebrated. Don't be like that, Mats. But yeah, our streams in the Super Clásico have not given us much to celebrate, sadly. Great build-up play right there. Merentiel, baller. Thank you, Palmeiras. Bye, Palmeiras. Yeah, great run from Merentiel. I don't want anyone comparing Merentiel with Cavani ever again. Ever. Cavani can sit on that bench and warming up all he wants. Merentiel is starting the entire tournament. I don't care. I don't care. Roughly 2 minutes of a delay. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, we managed to clear that away. If we were about to concede that, I would have been very, very sad. Yeah, the Benfica fans are in shock. Man, I'm in shock. What the fuck? Okay, calm down. Everyone chill. There's like 70 minutes of this fucking game still to go. Everyone calm down. Let's see, Carreras, great mark from Zenon. It's gonna be a throw-in. FIFA 17 GOAT, Renato Sanchez is finally watched. Gol Calixto, I swear, if it's 2-0, and you also have reading difficulties, as do some people in the chat, some people really have a hard time reading, I don't want to time out 2 people already. Palacios doesn't get to that, but this is a good opportunity for us. Benfica are really spread out at the back. That shot takes a deflection from Alan Velasco, and it's going to be a throw-in for us. Gotta defend now. Well, if Benfica are going to be defending like that, we should probably go on the offense. He's lying, says Musa. A part of me tells me he's not lying. A part of me is telling me that he just doesn't know how to read. Or just doesn't know what to hear, because I was literally talking about it like 2 seconds ago. I thought you were 10 seconds behind. No, man. Jesus Christ. Velasco inside the box, trying to fight for the ball. Cleared away. I mean, to be fair, my clock is going extremely fast. Like, on my TV, I'm seeing 25 minutes, and right here it's 27. So, to be fair, my clock is extremely ahead. I don't know what's what's going on, because the speed is at 1 per second. I don't understand why my clock is going so fast. Assign some moderators. Well, Musa used to be a moderator, so he's getting one. We're tripping over our own players, man. But yeah, I know I'm super behind. Let's see how this happens. But we've been dominating so far. Oh my god. And that's a corner. Dude, we're playing so well. Like, no wonder we scored a second. Like, we're playing so well. We got that one goal and Benfica are in complete disarray. They are defensively shambolic right now and we are completely dominating possession all of a sudden. We're making runs in behind. What is this Boca? Let's see what Zenon can do with this free kick. I mean with this corner. Crossing by Zenon. Costa. ¡Gol! ¡Batalla! ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos, carajo! ¡Vamos, la puta madre! Believe! Everyone in the chat, we believe! We believe! I don't know if I need to get like another... Put the game in another service, but I don't understand how I'm 2 minutes behind. Like, that's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Horrible from Benfica. That was so shocking defensively. Holy fucking shit. Zenon with the cross. Yeah, Bataglia is onside. But how? Ayrton Costa wins in the air. How is Rodrigo Bataglia about to head in that position? How is Bataglia about to get a header in that position? That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. We're 2-0 up. We're actually 2-0 up. What the fuck? We're actually 2-0 up. We're actually 2-0 up. Palmeiras couldn't score against Porto. Benfica put 8 past Porto last season across 2 games. We're already 2-0 up. And honestly, we were playing we were by far the worst team. The worst of the two sides for the first 15 minutes or so. Benfica were all over us. We couldn't keep a hold of the ball. Ever since we scored that goal, thanks to Lautaro Blanco and his amazing play, although here comes Benfica now on the right, looking for a response. Ever since we scored that goal, we've been the better team. I would say that being 2-0 up is exaggerated. I couldn't give any less of a fuck. Holy shit. I didn't read, it's okay. Some people have reading comprehension, it happens. Thank you so much, 10-day item, for joining the stream as well. Ain't that good? When trophyless last season? Bro, Boca have been trophyless for 2 years! In South America! In Argentina, in a league with 30 teams, we've been trophyless for 2 years! We haven't been in the Copa Libertadores for 2 years! What do you mean Benfica are trophyless and they are not that good? We're fucking shit and we're 2-0 up! What are you talking about? Benfica missing Lindelof. 4 minutes behind Mats. I really need to get another streaming platform because holy fuck. Yeah, 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in football. I know it too well from the World Cup with Argentina. Dear Lord. 10-0, no way. Heading to Porto next week. I might catch the Porto versus Al Ahly. What is your message to American Steve right now? I'm not saying a single word to Steve right now. Not until the final whistle. Benfica have been trophyless for 2 years too. Fair, but at least they qualified for the Champions League. Not even that. 2 teams from Portugal make the Champions League and they've still been in the last 2 Champions Leagues. We get 6 teams in the Copa Libertadores. 6! And we haven't been to the past 2. Arsenal have gone 5, trust the process. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a missed chance! He was offside, Pavlidis, but what a wasted opportunity from Pavlidis. It looked to me like it was offside, yeah. I don't know if he was offside. I think that Advíncula was playing him on, honestly. But it was very, very close. I can even count with my 2 hands how many 2 goals leads Inter had this year and how many we blew. I'm gonna try to find another streaming service. There's no way I'm that far behind. There's no way I'm that far behind. I need to find somewhere where I'm not that behind, because holy fuck. I can't believe I'm not watching the game currently, but holy shit, I cannot be that far behind. It's so annoying. My heart is racing, man. My heart is racing. What is going on? What is happening? What is happening? I don't want to swear too much because YouTube is gonna strike me down. All of the people, all of your comments are gonna be for nothing if I keep on swearing, but holy. There's no shot, man. Let's see. Okay. This should be a lot better. Hold up. Here I'm like already at 36 minutes. This should be a lot better. This should help me a lot with the spoilers. Still don't spoil, but I didn't realize I was so far behind. You guys should have told me earlier that I was that far behind when kickoff happened. Holy shit. Pepe is here enjoying Benfica's meltdown. I skipped through the part where Pepe appeared. I just saw Baggio next to... close to Riquelme, close to Infantino. I mean, statistically 1-0 is a most dangerous lead, but the problem is that 2-0, you're in that range where you're so comfortable that you might get complacent, and once you concede, it's so easy to concede a second. That is the psychology part of being 2-0 up. Inter Miami versus Real Madrid final, no fucking way. Inter Miami are not even making it past the group, and I'm not even sure if they will finish 3rd. Messi versus Mbappe part 2, no way. Having a competent coach makes the entire difference. Like with Gago, it would be disastrous right now. I'm so happy that we actually played a 4-2-3-1 instead of a 5 at the back like Gago would have done. Because Gago would play expansive football, except when it's an important game. When it's an important game, he would sit back, like against River. Against everyone else, he would play expansive football and we would look pretty good. And then when it was a big game, he would sit back. It was so annoying from Gago. Loser mentality. Belmonte, opening wide for Carlos Palacios. Palacios driving inside the box, gets dispossessed, no foul. That's gonna be a foul, however, and there's a bit of a scramble between Alan Velasco and Renato Sanchez, I believe. Yeah, the false sense of security. Not even the real Inter will make the final. Yeah, some people do think Messi is better than Ronaldo, like. What are you talking about? Sometimes offense is the best defense, you know it. Because we were defending, our defense was being super suspect. But by attacking, we exposed that Benfica's defense is pretty bad as well. This is all we needed. The ball exited, that's a throwing for us. I'm taking a throwing at this moment. Chiqui Tapia was right next to Baggio, and there we see also Arsene Wenger. So many legends. Watching Boca cook Benfica at the moment, come on! I think FIFA will rig it for Messi. Like, no amount of rigging can fix that Inter Miami defense and having Mascherano as your coach. No amount of rigging can undo those two things. Yo, Harris, thank you so much for joining, man. Ah, Zenon, that was a good pass, but it was a bit too close to the defense. Good clearance from Figal. Good interception now. Good from Ayrton Costa. Let's see if we can actually generate something out of it. No, Blanco gets dispossessed. No fouls as the ref. That's a bad pass. Benfica don't know how to respond either. Like, we are not looking as sharp as before, like right after we scored and right before we got a second, but Benfica are looking completely lost and shocked. They don't know where to actually push through. Oh, round of 16 is a success against two European teams. I think round of 16 is a success, but dude, it would be the most Boca thing ever to win this game and then lose to Auckland City, I swear. Yeah, 10-day item. I swear to God. Musa, please no, please no. Guys, we are manifesting it. It would be the most Boca thing ever. I know, Gui, but come on. Di Maria with the cross, cleared away. Offside, says the ref. Our offside traps keeps working. Some of the offsides have been like really close. Some of the offsides I don't even think it was offside, but that was like a really, that was not offside. I don't know what the linesman is smoking. That wasn't offside either. Beat Benfica and Bayern, lose to Auckland, man. These fuckers are making me believe. Half the chat could start for Auckland. True. So true. Number 32 of Boca is having a phenomenal game. Number 32 is Ayrton Costa, right? That's why he had to start ahead of Marcos Rojo. Marcos Rojo, I don't care if he's a big name. He's a liability. Ayrton Costa is our left-footed center back through and through. There's no discussion there. Has to wear red and white for a reason. You cannot lose to Auckland City. No. Oh, he cleared away by Marchesin. Attempt of an Olympic goal there from the corner. Bruno Lage is a guy that can steady a ship, but when it comes to playing against Sporting, he's a sub. For our manager, he's the same is happening here. Seb could play up front for perhaps, yeah. I guess you took the mushrooms in the end. This is just a dream. This is just a dream. I said that the dream scenario would have been a draw in this game. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? What am I even smoking then? No, that's never a penalty on Otamendi. Never a penalty on Otamendi. Otamendi is still laying on the floor. That's never a penalty. Never a penalty. Never a penalty. That's crazy. Steve supports both Benfica and Bayern. Like, The thing is that Steve supports 20 different clubs. Like, it stops making sense at some point to support that many clubs. Why is Rojo still at Boca? Ask Riquelme. No, no, why are you going to VAR? That's never a penalty. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That's never a penalty. No freaking way. No freaking way. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not happening. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's never a penalty. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. It's a normal dispute of the ball. It's a normal dispute of the ball. Barely even touches him. Barely even touches him in the air. That's never a penalty. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Ref. Ref. Red card to someone in the Boca bench from the coaching staff. Ander Herrera sent off. No! How are you gonna give that penalty away? How are you gonna give that penalty? Bro, I hate VAR. What the why? Why? VAR is a useful tool. VAR is such a useful tool. Like, referees have all of the TV cameras to rely upon to make the best call. But they use VAR to look for fouls that are not even there. They use VAR to play the fouls to play the game in slow motion, and everything seems like a foul in slow motion. What are they saying? Yeah, Ander Herrera got sent off for trying to interfere right there. What are they doing? How are they gonna give that penalty? I don't understand. Brandon, how do I have jinxing power? I never said anything. Di Maria taking the penalty, for crying out loud. Marchesin, we're in your hands. Marchesin. 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 We depend on you, man. Divine justice. That never should have been a pen. Divine justice is what we need right now. Marchesin, for the love of the game, for everything that is good, I need this save more than anything. I'm not looking at chat, I'm staring at the screen like, Marchesin, I need this save more than anything. We cannot go back to the dressing room conceding this goal. Benfica are gonna come right at us in the second half. I need this save more than anything. Here it comes. Di Maria. That never was a penalty. That never was a penalty. That was never a penalty. Like, it's probably... The result is probably fair. The result is probably fair. I'll give you that. The result is probably fair. That was never a penalty. I'm timing you out for that comment. Nobody can tell me that was a penalty. Nobody can convince me otherwise that that was a penalty. They're using VAR to look for plays that don't exist. They're checking the plays in slow motion. That's not... Football is not played in slow motion. Football is not played in slow motion. I don't get it. Yeah, Strasbourg Steve supports Strasbourg. Bayern, Benfica, Newcastle, Lazio, the German national team, the French national team. I don't know, like the obviously the American national team, the USMNT. I don't know what clubs Steve doesn't support. How is that a penalty? I don't understand. The game's truly gone, yeah. Good night, Musa. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm gonna make Matt's a moderator for now. Oh, and we have some few minutes to go before the end of the half because of how much stoppage time we got now. Betting on Di Maria not to be clutch is a tough bet. Yeah, it is. He is Mr. Clutch. Holy shit. I don't understand how that's a penalty. True, Albert is never fake, has never been fake. Ander Herrera got sent off. Ander Herrera is never touching this tournament ever again. I don't know if he should put on the Boca shirt ever again because it's shocking. How is he playing if he's not even fit to play 20 minutes? I don't understand. I don't understand. How can you start a game if you are not able to play 20 minutes of football? He didn't even make a run. How did he get injured again? Come on, man. And what are we gonna do for 45 minutes now with Benfica coming for the jugular? We need to not deflate right now. It's gonna be so hard to defend for another 45 minutes like this. Let's see if we can make something happen in the counter-attack. That's a bad pass. Poorly placed pass. Shameless but self-aware. Yes, that's you, Albert. We were going to sleep. I made Matt a moderator because I thought you were going to sleep, man. I'm going to bet if they give another penalty like that, if we had another shocking decision. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have a tool that allows you to have perfect refereeing. There's no excuses with VAR to not make the best call. It's a great tool. VAR is such a valuable tool. It's so great. But everyone uses it wrong. Even at the top level, it's used wrong. Zenon, what is that marking on? Oh my gosh. We're able to clear it away. But playing on the counter-attack like this is going to be impossible. Someone in the chat said it. Brandon was saying that. It's not even jinxing. See, like, how do you support this many teams? Like, at some point it stops being fun to support so many teams. It loses its spark, truly. Yeah, it's not a jinx. What is the chat bluffing about? The chat being wrong as always. Except for you guys, like you guys are awesome, but chat is always wrong. VAR is not gonna be used to re-legislate the game. Yeah, that's what they said. That lasted maybe a day. Now, stuff that previously wasn't a penalty, things that previously weren't a handball, suddenly they are because of VAR. Yeah, Russo is complaining to the fourth official. Send the item, I swear. Anyway, last ball of the first half. And it's a free kick for Benfica. Delivery from Di Maria into the box. It's a bit too long. Are they gonna give that as well? Hey, someone went down inside the box. Ref. No, he blows his whistle for full time. Ref, but someone went down inside the box from Benfica. Like that guy from Benfica went down inside the box. Shouldn't that be a penalty as well? Yeah, everyone is going to complain to the referee now, but because holy sh. Okay. Calm. Lot to unpack. What have I witnessed? What is happening? So, the first 15 minutes were sort of like my worst nightmare. Because I really thought that we were gonna play like that, where we don't even get on the ball. We're not able to cross the halfway line. Benfica just hold possession the entire game, and eventually they score. I thought that was gonna be the game. The moment we score, not only is it a rush of adrenaline, but Benfica start being shocking. They lose position everywhere. They are super exposed at the back. We were able to expose those spaces and play expansive, threaten their back line in counterattacks, make runs in behind. That ends up leading to a corner from which we get a second goal after some terrible defending from Benfica. We bunker down as Benfica try to get a goal back. And from a corner in a disastrous goal, awful goal, a simple contact from Palacios on Otamendi results in a penalty for Benfica given via VAR that is scored by Di Maria, and that explains the result that we have right now. The result is probably fair. The result is probably fair based on how the game has gone. But how can they give that penalty? There's still a whole second half to go. I do need a drink. I actually do need a drink. I'm gonna put a glass on the freezer actually. Okay, chat. Very important question. Very important question. I'm gonna make a poll. Let's list out the options, okay? Let's list out the options. Here are the options. Chat, very important decision right now. Very important decision for you all, okay? I'm gonna leave that out there. Has been on the glue. Yeah, I don't get how you make that call. Like, that's crazy. How do you make that call? How do you make that call? That's like, I know there was contact and it was in the air, which usually leads to people falling over and can be considered a foul because you cannot touch anybody in the air. It was barely even a contact. But because they play it in slow motion, everything seems like a foul. I'm so mad. Why do they play everything in slow motion in VAR? Slow motion in VAR needs to be so you can The only reason you use slow motion in VAR is to know where the point of contact was. Like, let's say you're revising a red card and you need to decide whether the player made contact using the underside of his boot or using the front side of his boot, or if he hit the knee or if he hit the ankle or whatever. You use slow motion to determine the point of contact in a foul, not to check the intensity of the foul. The intensity of the foul, like how much momentum was carried and if it was actually enough to bring the player down, needs to be played at normal speed. That's how you can tell. In slow motion, everything is exaggerating. Everything seems like a foul. VAR is used wrong. VAR has been a thing for almost 10 years now, and the refs still don't know how to use it. Damn, man. We'll park the atmosphere second half, but if we park the atmosphere, can we defend for 45 minutes against everything that Benfica has? They actually have some decent forwards, and I don't trust our defense. Ayrton Costa has been having a great game. Marchesin hasn't had to make saves yet. I trust him to make saves. Are we really gonna defend for 45 minutes? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. I don't want to find out. If we can score a third, I would love to see it. Damn, man. Thank you, Mr. Krabs, for that. Sorry for timing. Maybe the 30 minutes was a long time, but I was like so happy that we actually got a goal that I really didn't want to get spoiled for that. We have the 12th man on the stands for sure, yeah. Yeah, like the Guinness. I'm talking, I have Guinness on my fridge. Valentino, thank you so much for joining. ¿Qué partido está haciendo Boca? Pero ¿por qué ese penal del orto? The chat is under 21. Corona sucks, dude. Corona is like probably the worst beer I've ever had. No joke. Voting on the poll was the toughest decision I made today. How was that a pen? How was that a pen? How was that a pen? I don't understand. I don't understand, man. Estrella de Galicia somehow is winning so far, and I'm honestly pretty happy with that choice. I live like maybe another minute, but no, se está rompiendo la Matrix totalmente. Estoy en directo ahora, me están escuchando todos. Se está rompiendo la Matrix totalmente. Habíamos jugado 15 minutos horribles. Conseguimos el gol y parecemos el Barcelona. ¿Vos viste el penal que dieron al final? ¿Cómo van a dar ese penal? Apenas lo toca. Me quiero matar y ahora 45 minutos voy a ganar como 20 años. Voy a salir hecho un viejo choto cuando termine este partido. Va a ser eterno. Have you tried Águila? I have not tried Águila, no. Seb, thank you so much for joining the stream. Did you also have a friend that taught you, and I quote, how to drink Guinness properly? I have not. So perhaps it's better than that we leave the Guinness on the fridge for now. The Estrella can be drinked like anyway. And I loved it. And the item that Mark always says the name of. You mean like one of his YouTube members or like or Patreons or whatever? ¿Cómo ves el partido ahora? No tengo idea de cómo veo el partido ahora. Nos vamos a tirar atrás y la voy a pasar como el orto 45 minutos. Así veo el partido. Van a venir acá va a venir Benfica y nos va todo el tiempo, ta. Y es cuestión de aguantar o nada. No sé cómo veo el partido. ¡Dios! I cannot. Alright, I'm gonna close the poll. Estrella de Galicia it is. Here I come. Alright, chat. As promised, not sponsored by the way, but as promised by the poll, I need a drink because I'm not gonna make it through these 45 minutes otherwise. Don't post an edit about a footballer and a K-pop star. Well, Maxwell, yeah, learned the wrong way. Scaloni to return to Depot? I hope so. I think it was like the only... Was the pen and red card correct? So the red card was correct, and it was to Ander Herrera, who was on the bench already. So we are still 11 against 11 on top of the pitch. The pen was never a pen. That was never a pen. It came from a corner. Otamendi jumped. Palacios jumped with him. And while contesting for the ball, Palacios barely grazed the back of Otamendi's thigh. And Otamendi fell like while they were both on the air. I understand that contact in the air is tricky, that anything can bring you down. But I'm serious that Palacios like barely grazed the back of Otamendi's thigh. Otamendi goes down, they go to VAR, they check it in slow motion, which slow motion never tells you the true intensity of a collision or of a foul or whatever, and they give the pen. That was never a pen. Now, Ander Herrera did go overboard with the protest, and he deserves to be sent off. We're still 11 against 11 as the players are coming out to the pitch, And I need everything from these players. If we can score a third, I'll be a lot more comfortable. But something is telling me that we're gonna park that double-decker bus. And we have 45 minutes to go. And I'm so scared for that. So scared for that. We don't have Gago anymore, so we are playing actually football after the first 15 minutes. Yeah, the first 15 minutes was like my worst nightmare. But we didn't concede. And after that, we actually looked pretty good. Yes, and even a draw is still okay. Even a draw is still okay. The problem is that the win is so important. The win, and then you only have to beat Auckland City and we're in the knockouts. So like, the win would be so huge. The draw, then you have to play on goal difference. The win would be so massive. Don't wear your shirt on match. What do you mean don't wear your shirt? Jesus Christ. Musa, I hate you, man. He clicked the 2 crown shields. He's lucky it wasn't. What are your thoughts on the individual player entrances? Well, Belotti is being subbed in for Benfica right now. Belmonte, I don't understand why Belmonte is entering in the midfield ahead of Milton Delgado. I really think we could use the defensive capabilities of Milton Delgado right now. So Belotti subbed in for the number 26, which in this case would be Dal on the side of Benfica. As we are underway here for the second half, eternal second half that awaits me. I know Belotti is terrible, but he doesn't need to be good. He's a tall man inside of my box and I don't want him there. Chat, you've made a wonderful choice. Holy, this is what I needed to survive. Ander Herrera still plays? No, he doesn't play. He started, he ran for 20 minutes and he got down injured. Cavani, stop signing. There's a game going on. Cavani, stop signing shirts. Doodle, you saw in the first half how Figal loves to ball watch. If Figal is caught watching the ball as Belotti just tries to go in for a header, we're cooked. I don't care that Belotti is washed as sin. You don't get how bad we can be defensively if we want to. If we want to, we can make Belotti look world class, I'm telling you. I'm hoping that's not the case. Need to stop their fetish for Finnish ex-United players. We really do. Marcos Rojo, Sergio Romero, Ander Herrera, Cavani. It's crazy. We are United's retirement home. Yeah, and they were both at PSG as well, Ander Herrera and Cavani. Yeah, they removed the red card icon because Herrera was already on the bench when he was sent off. Yeah, they're gonna spam crosses and we're gonna let them because we're parking the bus. We're gonna let them cross it to Belotti. That's why he was subbed on. Like, it's his only job. How far do you think Boca will make it? If we can hold this result, we're making it out of the group. If not, I really think we're getting grouped. My expectation was to get grouped on 3 points as well. But that first half ignited something in me. This could be a great counter-attack. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We slowed down, man. We had to keep going with that pace. Now it's not going to get to that ball. Is it going to be a corner? No corner. It is a corner. Vamos! Corner. We need to make the most out of this set piece, please. Yeah, we better win on the last match day, but for that to matter, for the last match day to matter, we need to get something out of this game because we're getting nothing against Bayern. We need something out of this game. Benfica tried to sign Cavani in 2019. Ah, that was a decent cross, but clear away. Keep a hold of the ball. Nice. Ander es local de Zaragoza como yo. Saludos a R. No te des nada más en tu perfil, pero... Man, pero Ander Herrera muy decepcionante hasta ahora en Boca. Muy pocos partidos, muchas lesiones. Frustrante, la verdad, porque técnicamente es un jugador brillante. Hello, Theo. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. I think I'm behind again. Well, you know what? If you know how to read, you know what to do. That's all I'm saying. No spoilers in the chat, please. Don't type anything about the game until I say it. Important, especially for the people who just joined. No spoilers in the chat, please. If you see something happen in the game, don't type it in the chat until I say it. That's happened twice already in the first half. Surely we're beating Auckland, right? Right. You watch Otamendi more years than me and have more years. What would you say is his weakness? Probably getting running behind. Agüero give money to Israel, I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, did Rubin get a touch to it? That's another corner. That's another corner. Decent attempt from Velasco. Come on. Virgil gave Israel money as well. Yeah, Rubin cleared it away. It was sending towards Merentiel. It's similar to what we had in 2007 with Loki with no stars, and instead you had like the stripe, the yellow stripe. It's kind of similar. Let's see what we can do with this corner. It's a good cross. Gets cleared away. The ball is still inside the box. We need to keep hold of the possession and finish the play as fast as possible, because if not, we're gonna get hit on the counter attack. You need to get to that ball. Yes, good. Del Zaragoza en fútbol no se habla mucho. Somos muy malos. Estaba David Villa. En Zaragoza estuvo Diego Milito también, me parece. Pensando en argentinos que estuvieron en Zaragoza. Solían tener un gran equipo. Who do you rate higher, Mastantuono or Páez from Chelsea? Mastantuono. Páez, ever since he went to that strip club in Vegas, has fallen off a cliff. He's very young and still has a lot of future. He's going on loan to Strasbourg, which I think is the right decision for his career, to get more playing time, because it's what he needs. At Chelsea, he would have had no chance. But Mastantuono is a bigger talent, in my opinion, at least for now. Rubin is very weak on crossing. Well, we need to cross more, but why are we crossing if there's nobody inside the box, man? Come on. Use your head. Finishing the play quickly is not throwing a cross to nobody. It's trying to make the best out of that play. It's acting quickly. It's not doing anything just for the sake of making a cross. Is Páez more proven than Mastantuono? I don't think so. They both played relatively the same in their respective leagues. Basically, yeah. Cunha has been pretty good for Brazil in the few minutes that he's gotten, yeah. Their best striker has to be the number 9 for Brazil. With how they're playing right now, I don't think Venezuela makes it through the playoffs. I would love for them to make it, both for CONMEBOL and for them being their first ever World Cup if they make it. But I don't think they're making it through the playoffs with the way they're playing currently. Ref, a player from Benfica went down inside the box. You need to give a penalty. Hendrik versus Yamal was a thing. They're trying to impose Mastantuono against Yamal now just because Mastantuono went to Real Madrid. I still think that Yamal is better, obviously. But Mastantuono could be a world-class talent too, if he develops quickly and he doesn't get in his own head. a few of the Nike kids for Boca, but I think that overall Adidas has been making a better and consistent job. And Adidas has also gotten creative in better ways than Nike has. The Nike creative ways were like pretty bad. When they kept it simple, oh my god, we need to clear that away. No, but don't clear it towards the middle. Put it away. Don't clear it down the middle. You're gonna give me a heart attack. Let's see, Renato Sanchez. That's a poorly. Thank the Lord. Throwing for us. Okay. Yamal and Due are the future of football. So far, it's looking like it, yeah. Is Franco like Di Maria? Is that who you compare it to? Yeah, I think that Mastantuono is similar to Di Maria. You know who Mastantuono really reminds me of? Robben. I think that Mastantuono is very similar to Robben. He's like a combination. Mastantuono is like if you combine Di Maria with Robben, in my opinion. Those are the two players. Obviously, salvaging the distances because it's very early to tell. But I think that playing-wise, playing style, Mastantuono is very similar to Robben and is quite similar to Di Maria as well, if I were to make a comparison. And he's extremely talented on set pieces as well. Mastantuono, I mean, we all were here for that stream when he scored that ridiculous free kick against Boca. We got Messi and Yamal in the last 20 years. If only Messi played for Spain. Thank God he didn't. Cavani might as well retire at this point, because Merentiel is always starting in that number 9. I don't care. Yeah, we have Ander Herrera, but we might as well not have him with how little he's been playing and with the red card that he got now. Steve must have stitched his ticket because he checked his Twitter and it turned out he's not at the game. Lol. Hope he'll be more durable than Robben. Same here. Robben and Palmer, he reminds you of Palmer. Fair enough, yeah. It's another fair comparison for Mastantuono. Shouldn't that be a yellow card for Renato Sanchez just for pushing like that? We're not gonna fit all of them, but yeah, the youngsters, the future for Argentina is looking bright with those guys. Almada is honestly gonna be a starter in 2026 already, with how well he's playing in the qualifiers. That's a poorly placed pass. Here's Renato Sanchez. Got dispossessed. How is that a foul, ref? Come on, man. Pookie, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the stream. Messi cannot be playing next year. He's washed. No, he can play. He can play. There are times where we still need that capability. What I like is that Argentina now look good with and without Messi. And so there are games where Messi can start on the bench and come off the bench against tired legs and make an impact. And there are other times where Messi can't even start against a team that's playing like a super low block, that is not gonna press Messi super hard, that are not gonna like run him down and drain him on his stamina. There are times where Messi can still start for Argentina, and now that the team plays so well without him as well, there are times where Messi can start on the bench and make an impact off the bench. Euro 2024 revisionist. Garnacho to Spurs, bruh. Is there gonna be a Finalissima? Yeah, they're saying that the only date where the Finalissima could happen is in March. Anyway, corner for Benfica. This is what I feared. Di Maria with the delivery. It deflected off Otamendi. Is gonna be a goal kick. Thank the Lord. Yeah, the schedule is very congested, especially internationally. I think it's gonna be in March, the Finalissima. So it's gonna be like very close to the World Cup actually. Ronaldo starts for Portugal. Messi's bench option. Well, I guess it speaks to how good Argentina is relative to Portugal, in my opinion. Alan Velasco subbed out, and Milton Jimenez is gonna come off on the pitch for Boca. I think it's the right decision. Velasco, honestly, best game I've seen from Velasco since he's wearing a Boca shirt. Honestly, good game from Velasco. But right now, we need Jimenez as that poacher. That striker that can hold up play. We're shifting to a 4-4-2 officially. And I like it. I like it, shifting to a 4-4-2. And now we have a real poacher inside the box. If he can hold up play, we maybe have chances to score a third. And we have chances to time waste. Why does he have a napkin over here? I'm guessing it's just for an earring or something. Advíncula always has like a band-aid on his nose for piercing. In that case, might as well make your video about Argentina getting grouped already. Where is Kevin Ortega when Boca fans need him? What are predictions for the changes of the Argentine league next season? I have no idea. It's impossible to predict that. If it does at the World Cup, Portugal have no chance of winning, I wouldn't say that. Portugal still have a great squad. It looks like Spain and Argentina are the two best teams in the world right now. I hope that game delivers. It's gonna be crazy. Portugal have a better squad than Argentina? Maybe. If you look pound for pound, there's an argument. As a team, how it functions as a team, I still give the edge to Argentina, but squad, pound for pound, you may have an argument. Portugal are probably the best European side. Vitinha and Neves midfielders. Yeah, Vitinha is looking like the best midfielder in the world, guys. I cannot lie. Florentino Luis. Good defending. Renato Sanchez with a lot of space in the midfield. A lot of players jumped to get him, but now Di Maria is out on the right. That is a poor pass, but can we clear it away? Seems like we can. We're not gonna boot it away, however. We're trying to play football. We're playing football. That's a foul. That's a foul. Boys and girls, my heart is not ready. 2 substitutions now for Benfica. Coach Ku is coming on. Bruma and Renato Sanchez are getting subbed out. Coach Ku and Artsukoglu, the 2 Turkish guys, are hitting the pitch for Benfica. They're going all in. Pedri is also incredibly good, but like the levels that Vitinha is showing are insane. McAllister is an insane midfielder, but PSG ran us over in that game. What stadium are they playing in? Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The Benfica fans look worried. The Boca fans, they are cheering on, but they look so tense as well, just as tense as I do. Pavlidis has been kept quiet, yeah. And Belotti as well. Is Merentiel injured? Please, no. This is the last thing I need. They're asking for the... Merentiel is going to be subbed out, and that's our last substitution as well. There are 30 minutes to go, and we're going to run out of substitutions. This is not good. Better future, Spain or Argentina? Probably... It's close. I think it's close. Probably Spain, especially when you look at the defense. The attack and midfield are incredibly close. If you look at defense, probably Spain. What happened to Merentiel? Yeah, that was a bit of a foul, but it was like a normal foul, but it looks like he torn his ankle. No, but it would be our third window because we subbed out Ángel Herrera for Belmonte. We subbed out Merentiel for Velasco. Dybala and Paredes on the stands. Paredes most likely to join Boca after the Club World Cup, and he's trying to convince Dybala to come as well, although that seems a bit harder, right, in my opinion. No, yeah, they're saying that Merentiel needs to be subbed out. The medics are saying substitution. And this would be our last window, that's the thing. Yeah, there wasn't a huge stampede. They actually improved the security around the stadium, it seems, this time. Although apparently fans had a hard time figuring out where they had to enter. You better hope Madrid loan out Franco, that you'll give players useless for their world class. See Rashford and Yamal be done. Okay, Merentiel is gonna be subbed out. Who are we subbing on? Ceballos or who? Marchesín time wasting. Marchesín on the floor time wasting so that the substitution comes through. Because it's our last substitution window. Yeah, we're gonna make the most out of our last window. William Alarcón is also gonna be subbed into the midfield. And it's gonna be Ceballos replacing Merentiel in the attack. A speedy winger who can dribble, although he hasn't dribbled past anyone in the last 2 years, it seems. And Carlos Palacios subbed out for William Alarcón. So we're essentially subbing out a striker for a winger, and we're subbing out a playmaker for a defensive midfielder. Which I think, with the way we're playing right now, makes sense. And Zenon can still be our creative output. And Jimenez can still be our poacher. So I think this is fine. The problem is we have no more substitutions. So if anyone else goes down in this last few 25 minutes, Palacios is not happy about being subbed out, obviously. But this is not the type of energy we need right now. We need to focus because it's such an important game and we're on the lead. And there's the two substitutions. Would you take Dele Alli? No. Guinness time, we're not opening the Guinness. No, I'm fine. I guess we're gonna stick to the 4-4-2. Advíncula fires a shot. It's a bit wide, but we know how dangerous Advíncula can be from outside the box. Oh, it's a corner. It took a deflection. Good from Advíncula then. Please, if we can score from this set piece, it would be so good. Corner for Boca. Chat, hold me. Zenon with the delivery. Zenon with the cross. It's a decent cross. Gets cleared away. Gets cleared away twice. We head it back in. Let's see if Zenon can get to it. No. Ruin is gonna get there first. Would you like Joe Bellingham on loan? I haven't seen a lot from Joe Bellingham, honestly. I don't know much about the guy. I feel like he got signed by Dortmund mostly by the name. Si llegáis a cuartos, seguramente jugaréis contra el PSG. Sí llegamos a cuartos. Porque nos chocamos con el grupo de Chelsea. Seguramente si pasamos de grupos segundos, que es lo más probable, si se mantiene este resultado, nuestro oponente en octavos es Chelsea. Entonces eso ya es otro nivel. Pero bueno, y si después en cuartos es el PSG, sí, se terminó. Pero ya llegar a cuartos es un sueño. Why is Italy not a place South American don't move to nowadays? A lot of players go to Italy, actually. You saw so many players live for Italy or try to live for Italy as well, because so many Argentinian players actually have Italian roots. A lot of Argentinian players go to Italy from a young age. I guess that the PR of the La Liga and especially the Premier League, all of the young kids nowadays want to go to the Premier League. We saw what Enzo did, we saw what Julián did, we saw what Alcaraz did, we saw what Echeverri did. Everyone wants to go to the Premier League. Mastantuono was always a fan of Real Madrid, so he wanted to go there. That's why he declined the offer from PSG to go to Real Madrid. But a lot of players still go to Serie A. Bueno, el Chelsea 70 creo sale. It's not the 2000s or night. Let's see. Free kick for Boca delivered into the box. That's a good header. Oh, no! Bataglia almost gets a second. Milton Jimenez heading it down from the cross. And Bataglia entered all alone inside the box to head it in from the front. That is a bad delivery, trying to play out from the back from Benfica, but they managed to recover the ball once again. Rodrigo Bataglia misses the target entirely with his header. That could have been the third. No, yeah, Serie A in the 90s and the 2000s was the best league in the world, but the money influx and the PR of the Premier League just did wonders for them. Let's see what Zenon can do. No, it's a bit too long. This control and 20 minutes to go, chat. 20 minutes to go. Benfica, I'm not gonna say anything. The J-League has a lot of Brazilians for some reason. There's a big connection of diaspora between Japan and Brazil. There are a lot of Japanese people in Brazil and a lot of Brazilian people in Japan. It's gonna be a yellow card for Belotti. The Boca players are saying that it should be something more than a yellow card. Very slow from both teams. Benfica are giving Latina vibes. The 200 buy you had Milito Cambiaso, Lucio Vidal, Alexis Sanchez, and now only Lautaro, basically. You should watch the J-League. The thing is that the time zones are so horrible. Hey, that should be a red card on Belotti. No. No. That's a red card on Belotti. That's a red card on Belotti. No, that should be a red card. No, if they use VAR to check for a penalty that was never a penalty, they need to use VAR now and realize that Belotti is placing his boot on the head of Ayrton Costa, and that needs to be a red card. That cannot be a yellow. That yellow cannot stand. The ref needs to go to VAR right now. The ref is going to VAR. That should be a red card. That should be a red card. Otis, in the red card for Boca was Ander Herrera on the bench for protesting after the penalty call for Benfica. But now there's a red card appeal on Belotti. And that should be a red card. His face planting his boot on the back of Ayrton Costa's head needs to be a red card. If the ref dared to give a penalty for minimal contact in the first half, he needs to give this red card. No time for double standards right now. Come on, ref. Red card, baby! Red card, Benfica! Red card for Benfica. Chat, hold me. Chat, hold me. Belotti sent off. Definitely a red card. Yeah, great use of VAR this time. Definitely. His name is Johnson. His foot on his face. Like, that's obviously a red card. How did the ref give a yellow on the start of that play? Yeah, we got a red card, but Ander Herrera was on the bench. Like, he protested from the bench the VAR call that led to Benfica's penalty. But he was on the bench. He was not an outfield player anymore. He was subbed out. Do you watch The Boys? I have not watched The Boys. You know, Hollander is Peruvian? He is. Palacios received a yellow card while he was walking out, so that's not great. Yeah, that's attempted murder. No, but the point of contact, like the aggressiveness of that play, is not like the intensity of the kick itself, but the point of contact and what you make contact with. That's always a red card. No, the refs seem to be awful this tournament so far. Belotti in and out, just retire. You no longer have to fear that tall guy on the box, and that's enough for me. But we need to actually keep it together now. Yeah, he got subbed off earlier, and the red card happened while he was on the bench, because he protested the VAR call. It's like Benfica look like the underdog. We are managing the advantage well at the moment, but we need to keep a hold of the ball, not that we're 11 against 10. Not that we're 11 against 10, we need to keep a hold of the ball so that we don't suffer so much. Belotti planted his boot on the back of Ayrton Costa's head, and that's why he got sent off, Brandon. Belotti got sent off for doing a Karate Kid. I wish we play like that against the other red and white team. Zenon with the shot. It's a bit wide. I feel like he rushed it a little bit. He could have done better, Zenon, on that one. Panama is destroying Guadalupe. Why are you watching the Gold Cup when this is going on? Bro, this is absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Thank you, Streccia de Galicia, by the way, for keeping me alive. Not sponsored. Oh, that's a good combination play with Pavlidis. That's not a penalty. Say it ain't so. Offside. Oh my god. Please tell me it was offside. That looked like a penalty actually. Oh, that's 100% a penalty. Please tell me it's offside. If it's not offside, that's 100% a penalty. Figal, you motherfucker! How are you making that tackle? I swear! Figal, why is he still starting? It's his first few minutes with Boca in the entire year. Thank God it was offside. Why is he making that challenge inside the box? Are you stupid? Thank God it was offside. That was a stone one penalty what Figal was doing inside the box. Oh my God. I always said that McAllister was the perfect player for Real Madrid. It's exactly the player that they need in the midfield. McAllister is perfect for Real Madrid, but I really hope he stays for Liverpool. Di Maria subbed out. Besides from the penalty, he didn't really do much of an impact. Another Argentinian is getting subbed on though, Gianluca Prestiani, former Vélez player. No, we usually play Battaglia, who's playing now in the midfield as in that right center back position. But we also have Di Lolo, who is like a youngster from the academy that is better than Figal. Figal is so bad. He hasn't played a single minute for the club this year. He's been injured, and before he was injured, he was scoring own goals for fun. Like, how is he making that tackle inside the box? He's so lucky that Pavlidis was offside. Dear Lord. Figal is so bad. Figal is gonna give me a heart attack. We're conceding 7 against Bayern Munich, by the way, if Figal starts again. Don't make that kind of pass. Play it safe. Advíncula. Good Advíncula. Come on, Advíncula. Keep the ball, keep the ball. That's good play, that's good play. Ball into the box. Cleared away. Damn. That was actually good combination play. Ah, if we record the ball right there in the attack, in the transition, that was actually really good. Yeah, I'm gonna lose it. Like Di Maria and Rosario Central. I mean, Central are already quite a decent team. If they get a winger like Di Maria, it's gonna be insane. No. Mats. One, I don't think he got the ball. Two, if you go in with that kind of force and you destroy the other guy's legs, that's always a penalty. No, yeah, we have to win. Like, it's for the round of 16 if we win. It's for the knockouts. All we have to do is beat Auckland City and we're there. We need to keep this result. It's 15 more minutes. Please. Benfica on the edge of the box. They are linking up. This is a cross. It's an awful cross. And it's going to go out for a goal kick. No. Marchesin is going to put it away. Marchesin, put it away, man. Marchesin, what are you doing? Marchesin, you fucking dumb. What the fuck? Put it away. Why are you giving a corner? Marchesin. Marchesin thought the ball was going out, but he stopped before he could reach it. Like, what is he doing? Put it away. What are you waiting for? Why are you giving a corner for no reason? No, I swear to God, this better not end on something. This better be nothing. This better not matter. This better not matter. That from Marchesin was so stupid, I swear. Figala Otamendi now. Arstokoglu. Horrible volley. Thank the Lord. Marchesin, what are you doing? Yeah, fuck off, man. Kick the ball away. If Igal lets a chief partner from New Zealand score, he sends his vote to Antarctica. Man, we need to send his vote to Antarctica anyway. He's no, Man United should hate Garnacho because the guy sucks. No, Franco revealed his top 10 list of like best favorite players. He said Messi, Maradona, Ronaldo, Pelé, Cruyff, and I forgot the rest, but Franco Mastantuono obviously likes Messi ahead of Ronaldo. I don't know, maybe he's gonna say something different. Ah, that was a good play. It's a corner for us. Otamendi deflected it away. It's a corner for us. I don't know, maybe at the press conference for Real Madrid, it's offside. At the press conference for Real Madrid, Mastantuono may say that Ronaldo is better than Messi, but Mastantuono says that Messi is better. You see how every single player says that Messi is better until they join Real Madrid. So like, you know what the... There was a podcast with Magnus Carlsen, the best chess player in the world, who said that he preferred Messi. He was doing a collab with Real Madrid. He said like his favorite player was Messi, and then they re-asked the question and he said, now you have to say that it's Ronaldo, so that it makes it into the interview. So like the Real Madrid journalist, the media team, force you to say that you prefer Ronaldo over Messi. So Franco Mastantuono is most likely going to have to say Ronaldo, the same way that Trent flip-flopped from Messi to Ronaldo the moment he joined Real Madrid. Oh, that cross is dangerous. Good clearance. Good clearance. Put it away. Let's go. It's going to be a corner anyway. Fuck. We are not on cruise control. Are we watching the same game? Benfica are all over us. No, never. I'm never letting Ange near my club. Yeah, Mastantuono was originally gonna be a tennis player. Brandon, Boca are impressing me too. Boca are impressing me too. Closeted Ronaldo fan, sure. Hey, Trent Spanish was low-key kinda crispy. He was on that 1,000 Duolingo streak. 10 more minutes. Pavlidis gets a yellow card. There's a corner for Benfica. Man! Kochku with the delivery. Inside the box, that's a great header. That's a great header. What the fuck? I knew it. I just 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 knew it. Musa, why did you have to say in cruise control? We were not on cruise control. We were not on cruise control. Otamendi gets the equalizer. The two Argentine players actually get the goals against Boca. He's so alone. He's so alone. He's all alone inside the box. He's all alone. Otamendi is so alone. Otamendi is all alone inside the box. Man, one movement and he's all alone. We defend our set pieces so bad, I swear. We're so bad on the set pieces. We're so bad on the set pieces. We have to be careful. We have to push for the winner, I think. Because we are 11 against 10. We have to push for the winner. But we have to be careful as well, because losing this could be disastrous. Oh, everything's on the line now. Fucking hell. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. All because of that penalty call at the start. But also, how is Otamendi all alone in that set piece? I swear. Ref, that's a foul. Now it's gonna give that foul away. Ref, it was a foul earlier on. Now it's gonna give a yellow card to Ayrton Costa. Yeah, with Benfica down to 10 men too. And we are not able to defend a set piece like that. It's gonna be so disappointing if the game ends like this. Because even though earlier on I would have been fine with a draw. Oh, thank God Marchesin. Oh, thank God Marchesin. That shot was awful. But Benfica are actually going for it. With 10 men, Benfica are actually going for it. We need to make the most out of this man advantage. Please, man. Let's see, Ceballos. You need to do something, man. Something at some point, Ceballos. Ceballos on the left. Good dribble. Doesn't get across. It's going to be a goal kick for Benfica. Dear Lord, man. We had it. We had it. We were almost there. Come on. Shoot. Shoot. Milton, shoot. Gets blocked. Come on. If we can get this last minute winner, it would be so huge, man. It would mean everything. It would mean everything. It's for the round of 16, boys. It's for the round of 16. Yeah, we can smash Sheep Farmers FC, but so can Benfica. If this ends in a draw, it comes down to goal difference, most likely. And even then, Benfica have a higher chance to get a result against Bayern than we do. Good for Alarcon to recover the ball like that. We need to make the most out of this man advantage. Come on, Advíncula, push forward. Cafu! 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 Cross, Advíncula! That's a bad cross. Come on, Ceballos. Ceballos, you have to get past someone at some point. Tatsu, yep. All of the Boca games are the same, I swear. Alarcon with the shot. It gets deflected. But Boca are in control. Boca are going for it. Boca are going for it. We need to get that winner. We need to make the most out of this man advantage. We will not get a better opportunity than this. That's going to be a foul. Yeah, and most likely a yellow card as well. Red! Red for Figal! Ref! Red card for Figal. Was that a red card offense? Was that a red card offense from Figal? That's not a red card. That's not a straight red from Figal. That's not a straight red. They need to go to VAR for that too. No, that's not even a yellow. That's like barely a yellow card if it is. That's not even a, that's never a red card. That's never a straight red. That's like barely a yellow card. Are they not gonna go to VAR for that? I'm losing my mind. We have no substitutions and that's our center back. I'm losing my mind. How is that a straight red? No, first the penalty call and now this red card. What is this ref? How is that a straight red? They are not even going to VAR for that. That's our center back and we have no substitutions left. No, we're getting bombarded by this referee. It's crazy. No, it was at most a yellow. At most. At most a yellow. How is that a straight red? How much stoppage time do we have left? I'm guessing a lot. I'm guessing that Bataglia is gonna shift to the center back position. How much stoppage time? All bright money is good money. How is that a red? And how was that a penalty in the first half? I don't understand what's going on with that ref. What is the ref? 5 minutes of stoppage time. We don't have a man advantage anymore. No, it wasn't a dive either. It was a foul. But it was a barely yellow card foul. Like it was at most a yellow. How is that a straight red? The only positive out of this is that Figal is gonna not be in the starting 11 for next game. But how is that a straight red? How is nobody marking Otamendi on that set piece? We were so close. We were right there, man. Right there. We were right there. Four minutes to go. We were right there, man. We were right there. We had the win. We had it. We were a man up. Jimenez is not going to reach that ball. We have to press. Benfica have not looked comfortable playing out from the back either. Yeah, they do not look comfortable playing out from the back. But can we get that last minute winner? Can we make some magic happen now? Milton Jimenez is all alone against 3. There's nothing he can do. It's going to be a throwing for Benfica now. And Benfica also wants to win this game. Yeah, even Riquelme is telling the players to go forward. Even Riquelme wants to win this game. We're not happy with the draw. We had this game, bro. We had this game. We had it. We had it. We had it. If we don't make it out of the group, I'm going to remember this game for a long time. If we don't make it out of the group, this game is going to haunt me. We had it. Prestiani on the ball. That's a good cross. Marchesín with the save. Marchesín with the save. 2 minutes remaining. Bro, I cannot believe how this game played out. This has been a crazy game. I don't want to be biased. This has been the best game of the Club World Cup so far. And dare I say, it's not even close. How is that a foul? Ref! Man, what is this ref? If it wasn't for this ref, we would have won. I swear. I swear on God that we would have won if it wasn't for this ref. What were those calls? No, yeah, but it comes down to the goal difference. We have to score more against Auckland than Benfica can, and we have to concede less against Bayern than Benfica can. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. But Bayern are going to have no mercy on us. And so we have to make sure to concede the least amount of goals possible. And then we have to absolutely destroy Auckland. Like, this draw makes it very dicey for both Benfica and Boca. It's on a knife's edge for both teams. And on a knife's edge, I don't know who to trust. We should have won this, man. We should have won this. We had it. With 10 minutes to go, we were a man up and winning. And because we suck at marking on set pieces, and because of the referee with that awful penalty call in the first half, yeah, Merentiel, man of the match, deserved, honestly. Botafogo at least won, but yeah, Palmeiras should have won. This is going to be the last ball of the game. Advíncula, last ball of the game, it's for us. Zenon, bad pass. The ref is going to blow his whistle. Advíncula, that's it, full time. 2-2. Bro. I don't know what to think, because before the game, I was expecting us to lose. I would have taken the draw. I would have taken the draw before the game. Before the game, I would have taken the draw, for sure. No doubt in my mind, I would have taken the draw before the game. What is Benfica complaining to the referee for? He gifted you a penalty and a red card. What are you talking about? I would have taken the draw before the game, but after the game, we had it. We had it. We were 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up. And when they gifted Benfica a non-existent penalty, and when we were 2-1 up a man, and with 10 minutes to go, we demonstrate just how awful we are at marking in set pieces, and we concede that goal. And now it's on a knife's edge. The group is on a knife's edge. Because we know that we're both gonna beat Auckland. And we know that most likely both of us are gonna lose to Bayern. And so that lands both Boca and Benfica on 4 points. And then it comes down to, by how many goals did you lose to Bayern, and by how many goals did you beat Auckland? I need a defensive masterclass in the next game, and an offensive masterclass in the game after. We had chances to win it. We had chances to win it. It was right there. It was within our grasp. The penalty changed the momentum. It definitely did. We were 2-0 up, comfortable. Benfica looked stunned and shocked. They didn't know how to respond. They get gifted a penalty that should have never been a penalty. Should have never been a penalty. See you later, Patrick. Thank you for joining. Should have never been a penalty. And that shifts the momentum of the game entirely. We should have won it. We had it. We had it. We had it. The Boca fans are going to be cheering on. I'm not saying that they're happy. They're cheering on because that's what they do. And it's still a good result. We went toe to toe with an European team. And a decent one at that. There is things to be happy about. But we had the game. We had it. It was ours. Hopefully you get a result against Bayern. Bayern are having no mercy on us. How are we getting that draw even? If we get that draw, it's huge. Because then as long as we beat Auckland and Benfica get nothing against Bayern, we advance. No, of course, but they had the intent and the momentum because we were only parking the bus. I don't know if parking the bus against Bayern is going to be enough. See you later, Mr. Krabs. I don't know if parking the bus against Bayern is going to be enough. We need to concede as few goals as possible because in the last match day, I feel like Bayern is less likely to try and thrash Benfica. They're going to go for the win, but I don't know if they'll be dedicated to thrash them. We do play Auckland last. We do have an idea of how many goals we need to score, but will we actually score them? And will Bayern help us? It's the main idea. Man, the game wasn't rigged, but that referee really played against us today. Yeah, we have to go passion merchant against Bayern, basically. That's what we have to do. I cannot believe the game went like that. I cannot believe the game played out like that. We had that game. Bro, if we go out of this group, if we are eliminated, I'm like, this game is staying with me for a while. And Figal, even though that wasn't a red card, shouldn't play it again. It was a historic night, bro. We had it. We had it. It was on the details. It was a game of margins. Palacios was really bad. Ceballos was bad since he came on. It was a super winnable game. We had it. We had it. Zenon was quite bad too. It was our chance. If we won that game, we were in. We were in. If we won that game, we were in. We were already in. It was over if we won that game. We needed to beat Auckland City and it was over mathematically. We had it, man. We had it. With everything we did in the first half. With everything we did in the first half. We had it. It's actually super annoying. The Bayern game is gonna be crazy, yeah. I was reading Twitter well. It's very possible that there are new rules in place for the referees since it's a mid-season tournament. We have to do that against Bayern at that point, but if we can get a goal, it's a miracle, and we try to concede as least as possible. Super winnable game. Super winnable game. Super winnable. No Figal, that's honestly a good thing that we don't have Figal for the... Like, yes, we have a center back that we cannot rely upon, but it was a bad center back, so... I still cannot believe that penalty call from the first half. I cannot let that go. I'm not letting this game go if we don't make it out of the group. If we don't make it out of the group, this game is staying for me with a while. It would be so huge to make the round of 16. But this draw, which would normally be a decent result, a good result even, it's for nothing if we don't make it out of the group. And it all comes down to goal difference now. It all comes down to goal difference as long as the normal stuff happens. As long as everything we guess it's gonna happen happens. But like, man, we had it. That's the main takeaway. Like, we had it. The draw is not bad. The draw is actually quite decent. Like, it's in our hands now. And we guarantee that we're not gonna reach the final match they eliminated, which is huge. That's like more than I could have asked for at the start, but we had it. We had the round of 16 qualification right here. In this game, we were 2-0 up. We were a man up while being 2-1 up. There were only 10 minutes to go. We had it. We had it. It was our game to lose, and we lost. And we didn't lose it, but we drew it. We tied. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. Friday, people, Friday. On Friday, watch along for Boca Juniors against Bayern Munich. I want to see you all there. A draw would be a miracle. We're hoping to concede as few goals as possible against Bayern. That's the goal. That's the goal. We need to concede as few goals as possible. That's the only goal so far. It's been a pleasure. I don't know if it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure being with you guys. The game has not really been a pleasure. It's been a great game, but I've suffered like a motherfucker. But it's been a pleasure to be here with you guys. I'm expecting Flamengo to beat Esperance Tunis later tonight as well. Yeah, this game will be a huge what if we don't advance. I really need us to advance so that I don't have to live with this game for a long time. Because who knows when it's the next time we're going to even make the Club World Cup. We know that the next one is going to be in 4 years, in 2029. It's going to be a huge what if we don't make it out of this group. And I don't need that. I need us to make it out of this group right now, after this game. Seeing with the way we played in that first half. It was a pleasure to be here with you all. I'll see you all on Friday. Boca Juniors against Bayern Munich. It's going to be a huge one. Everything in this group, it's on a knife's edge right now. Nothing is decided. And that scares me. But I'm also excited for it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. Remember to leave your like on your way out. Thank you to everyone who joined and left their message. Thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you again. I'll see you on Friday. I'll be seeing you all next time. Peace out, everyone.